Hey y'all, how's it going? Oh man, this one's gonna be rough, like real rough. This is definitely a like peeling back the curtain and showing like all of the just garbage that's happening over here, and yeah, I was kind of peeking in on your on the chat just before I started up, and yeah, this could very well be a 100% dumb stories stream. I don't know. I definitely don't have anything ready to play. Not a thing. So yeah, I literally just um, about 10 minutes ago um, grabbed like grabbed the computer, the PC from over on the other side of the basement, and ran it over here and just like hooked everything up. You can kind of see it there on the floor, there right next to 2DX, and just like hooked up the camera, and the mix board and the microphone, and that's it. Like the absolute bare minimum to get something to YouTube. Nothing more. So there's like no capture cards connected. There's no. I'm lucky I have a monitor connected. I do have my monitor here. By the way, there's like, and I'm glad I was. This was left over from all the DDR streams. There's a big like 25-foot long HDMI cable that goes from like from behind DDR all the way around the wall, and it's long enough to get like all the way to here, um, with a little bit of slack left actually, but jeez, like here's the cable for the camera that's just going straight over. It's just like hanging out on the floor. I'm probably gonna trip over it like 16 times tonight, and yeah, that's that's my thing. uh, But all right, let's check in on the chat real quick. Guess you were all talking about the Nintendo Direct, which I barely know what that is. I assume that's their like announcement, like what we're doing kind of thing that all of the companies do, right? I the only Nintendo console I ever owned was the original Wii, so I have very little connection to Nintendo. I don't dislike it by any means. I just don't have any particular connection to it. I did have a Game Boy, an original Game Boy, back in the day, and I had a DS Lite, and yeah, that's it. So the Game Boy, the DS Lite, and the Wii. That's all the Nintendo I've ever had. But I can tell you I can tell a dumb story about the Game Boy. Uh, I took it on a train trip with me once. Gosh, so when was that? Would have been mid to late 80s, I guess. So I would have been 15, 16 years old, something like that. No, no, sorry, more like probably more like 14 years old actually. Um, and what do you say? What was I saying? Oh yeah. Um, so I had my Game Boy with me, and I had Tetris, you know, because that's what came with it. I had other games too, but I had Tetris, and I had my Link cable. And there was one other kid on the train that also had a Game Boy, and I was like, "Hey, you want a Link?" You know, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So he so you know I plugged into his Game Boy, and we were playing Tetris, and of course, then we just became like a magnet for other kids, right? Like from all the other kids on the train started like congregating around us, and they were like watching, and we're like playing, and they're like, "Hey, can we play too?" And it's like, we decided that they could play, um, but what we decided to do was just to do losers outs basically. So whoever lost would give up their Game Boy and let the next person in line play. Um, and me. So this poor kid had to give up his Game Boy and watch a whole bunch of other kids play until like basically it got back around to his turn again in line. Poor kid. I am I'm decent at Tetris. I'm yeah. I'm decent. I guess I was the best on the train that day at least. But I see y'all talking about Friday Night Funkin'. You know, I actually thought about it. I thought I might do Friday Night Funkin', and then I was like, but it's Wednesday night. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll just save it, and I'll do it on Friday, like in a couple of days, like soon, basically. I can do that because actually, Gitadora is. So let me fill you in on a couple of things. Gitadora is on hold for right now. Termazi was telling me some stuff about EDID, and I think he's right on about it. It's not. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but basically, when so like HDMI devices have what's called EDID, which essentially tells the source, you know, it's like, hey, I'm a display and I can do these things. You know, like these are the resolutions I support. These are the features that I have. This is my name. My name is Joe. I don't, you know, just information basically. And for some reason, when I'm going through the splitter, I think that EDID is getting confused or combined or corrupted or something. So basically, the PC that runs Guitar Freaks doesn't know what to do and just displays nothing. So yeah, I I have some ideas on. Is that better? Hello? Sorry about that, y'all. What was the last thing that you actually? You know, it's funny because I was just saying, can you hear me okay? Because I realized that I'm like standing probably 8 or 10 feet in front of the mic, but it's literally it's behind me and I'm talking away from it, so it's probably not the best sound quality anyway. And then y'all were like, Oh shit, buzzing. It's not as loud. There's still buzzing in the left channel. Still there, but quieter. Okay. And then y'all were like, okay, I hear it. Was the buzzing there from the very beginning, or did like everything go to shit, and then, uh, and then, now that it's halfway fixed at least, the buzzing, the buzzing's gone now? Was it buzzing in the beginning? And then I guess at what point? And then I guess it went like like crazy buzzing, right? Comes and goes. All right. Let's see. It could just be loose. It could just be a loose cable, y'all. Is that any better? The buzzing's been there since the beginning? Okay. Is that any better? The buzzing's been there since the beginning? Okay. Okay. I literally just like snugged up all of the connections at the audio on the audio end there. It was probably just honestly in my haste. Like I said, I literally 10 minutes before stream just grabbed all of the equipment and threw it over here and just plugged everything in. Oh wow, the video just took a hit there too. That's probably my fault because I was stepped on the cable, but. So yeah, like I said, this is a quick and dirty stream for sure. Well, what was the last thing that you that you heard before everything just fell in the toilet? I was telling stories about Nintendo and then like Game Boy. I don't know if you heard any of that, honestly. Oh, but actually, I was talking about why Gitadora is not working. Was what I was talking about when I realized that everything was screwed up. So, what was the last thing that y'all heard? You, Game Boy Train, everyone saw. Cool. I was the best at Tetris on the train. Okay, so you heard that story. So I was, I was gonna say, I was saying that I was gonna try and bring you up to speed about why everything, well, about what's going on with Gitadora and basically, first of all, that's on hold for a little bit because Termazi was telling me some stuff about EDID, which is basically a thing that HDMI devices can do to basically announce themselves and say, hey, I'm a monitor and I can do these resolutions and this is my name and blah 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 whatever. And he was thinking that that the PC, the Guitar Freak software was kicking out the capture card, basically saying like no capture. It turns out that is not what's going on because I was able to connect the capture card directly to the PC, and that works fine. But of course, the problem with that is I don't have any pass through, so I get nothing on the monitor, so I can't actually play it. Unless I wanted to play it, on a slightly delayed, uh, on a slightly delayed screen, like in OBS or something, which would be, yeah, which would be terrible. But plus, it wouldn't look very good on video with the screen just with the cabinet screen being, essentially black or no signal. um, but what I think is going on is that something's going wrong in the splitter that I was using. So what I'm trying to do is go video out from the PC into a splitter, and one split goes to the cabinet monitor, the other split goes to my capture device for the stream. And I think what is happening is that EDID is either getting combined, like the two devices are getting combined into one, or it's getting corrupted or something. I don't know exactly what. Maybe the splitter itself has an EDID? Huh? But basically, at the end of the day, what's happening is the PC, when the splitter is in the mix, just displays nothing. So like I said, either the EDID is wrong or bad or something, and the game is getting confused or locking it out or some. I don't know exactly what yet, and I have not had time to. I haven't had time to look into it, look into a fix, because shortly after the stream on Sunday, the last stream, what did I play? Poppin' 17, right? The movie. I was like winding down. I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was kind of moving around the house, and and occasionally I would like go around, or I occasionally around the house, I would smell something like funky, like musty, kind of like a mildewy smell, like not real strong, but just not good. And I'm like, what is that smell? And it would be like one place in a room, I'd smell it, and then if I moved somewhere else, even in the same room, it would kind of go away. Or if I, walked through the hall, it'd kind of go away. So it's just like in certain places of the house that I was smelling this thing, and I was like, what is that? I don't know. And it was like that for maybe, I don't know, half an hour or so. And then I thought about it. I'm like, ooh, I bet I know what's wrong. My house has a whole house humidifier, so it's a during heating season, the heat tends to like dry the air out really bad, and so there's a system that essentially puts it's really simple actually. It's just there's like a pad. It drips water into this pad, and then there's a fan that blows on the pad that just basically blows moisture into the airstream that then goes in, that's coming out of the furnace, and then goes into the house to kind of add some humidity back to the air. And I was like, and I've had some trouble with that system before, like backing up and leaking. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's what's going on. So anyway, I came down here to the basement, where the furnace is, and I went to look at it, and shit, yeah, the humidifier, which was mounted up above the furnace. By the way, everything the house is all electric, so it's an electric furnace. It's actually a heat pump system with auxiliary heat, so electric heat basically, and yeah, so there's like water dripping out of the humidifier, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I realized wait a second, I don't really hear anything either. Uh, and I looked, and sure enough, the furnace, the blower wasn't going, so it was still warm, but it couldn't actually like move air into the house. So I was like, well, damn. So I like take the service cover off the furnace, and I'm looking at it, and I confirm, yes, in fact, the the blower is not turning. And then I'm like looking around in there, and I can see there's like water kind of dripping around inside of there, and I'm like, oh no. So anyway, long story short, we had no heat for about 39 hours, and so the last 2 days I've been just like dealing with uh, trying to uh, trying to like keep things together, basically, um, and we basically like Belinda and I and the cats. We just kind of closed ourselves in our bedroom, and I have a fairly nice like space heater that's big enough to heat a room. So it was so we were heating up. So we were warm in our room, but meanwhile the rest of the house dropped to about uh, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that? Let's look. Oh, I guess. Temperature Fahrenheit 45 degrees is about 7 Celsius. So cold. But yeah, finally, like the middle of yesterday afternoon. So that happened, basically late night after the stream on Sunday, and then the heat was down all day Monday, and we finally got it. We they could repair it, but it was going to be really expensive, and so I decided that I would just replace the whole thing. So they um, delivered a brand new furnace unit, and installed it, and it was done kind of late yesterday afternoon. So around, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. Uh, but even that was delayed because meanwhile, Monday night overnight we had like an epic snowstorm, uh, and got probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches of snow. Um, so what is that? 25 centimeters, I think, roughly. Um, and it was cold as heck. Um, but I mean, it went down, I think, close to 0 Fahrenheit, which I'm sure is a negative Celsius number. Um, yeah, minus 17. so so yeah, uh, basically, I haven't had time to do anything in the last 2 days other than just kind of keep the house together. But anyway, tonight, you know, heat's back on, everything's fine. Um, but that was the reason why I couldn't get a door. I haven't had a chance to just even do anything with Gate Door. So I was just like, well, I can, set up a camera and set up a camera and a mic and just get a stream going tonight for my birthday. and uh, see what we can get done. Something, maybe. I don't know. We might not get a. I might not even get a game played or anything. We'll see. Um, the first order of business that I'm probably going to do though is just kind of like pick up a little bit, um, to get things out of the way. Uh, as it turned out, because they were delivering a whole new furnace unit, I like cleared a path for them to be able to like move it through, so that they wouldn't have any impediment. So like, for instance, you can see my work table here. Well, let me turn my screen around so that I can see what I'm pointing the camera at even. But yeah, I have this work table there that normally sits over in this area here, but it sticks out a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that this is the door. This is the door over here to the storage unit, the storage room that I've mentioned a few times on stream. But this is also where, you know, all of the utility stuff is. Like, that was a spider web, by the way. That all the utility stuff is, like the furnace and the water heater and sump pumps and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that this entire area here was like clear, so that they would be able to get anything through without any trouble. So I just kind of like shoved everything out of the way, and that left me with, you know, this mess over here, just kind of hanging out in front of Poppin, and then this other mess that I've talked about before. Actually, let me kind of turn this screen so you can see, because there's like stuff on the floor and behind the DDR stage, which has just been accumulating there over the last few weeks anyway, as I've been working on a bunch of different projects. So I know my first order of business tonight is just going to be kind of move this stuff so that I can at least get to one of these two machines. Like DDR, I feel like I could potentially like hook up and get streaming during this stream, possibly, assuming I don't like just keep talking and doing nothing. But I got to clean up around it, because there's no room to actually do anything with it. All right. Let me look at y'all in the chat. Yeah, I'm hoping I hope to get Getador working soon. It's just going to be it's going to be a few days, and I'm probably going to have to order something. So I'm going to do something else in the meantime. And thanks for all the birthday wishes, everyone. What did the HVAC guys think about my home arcade? You know, it's funny, because usually, so in this case, like the installers were pretty busy. Like they had a lot to do, because they had to like rip the old unit out and put a whole brand new one in, and get everything hooked up and whatever. So they didn't really say a whole lot. There was a plumber that came by, because I had them remove that humidifier. I'm done with it. Get it out of here. Like I said, that's actually the second time that I've had like a leaking problem with it. The first time it just made a mess. This time, you know, it actually essentially destroyed my furnace, because I don't think I explicitly said it in my explanation, but yeah, basically a whole bunch of water got inside the furnace and shorted a bunch of things out. Um, and yeah, a new one of those was several $1,000s. So you know, I guess that sucks. um, and yeah, I would I rather buy another arcade machine with that money? Yeah, I would. But I would also, like to have heat in the house. So, you know, priorities, I guess. Um, HVAC. What is that? Uh, it's it's basically like heating and air conditioning, but it's like, what is that? Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, or something like that. I don't even know what it what does it stand for. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Hey, I guessed right. Termazi, Brian, we discussed this. What did we discuss? Arcade machines are heaters. Yes, that is true. Yeah, if it came down to it, I definitely could have turned on machines and and made some heat. Uh, it didn't. It wasn't necessary, thankfully. The the first, I mean, to some extent, it wouldn't help that much because all the games are in the basement. So unless we were gonna like move down to the basement, the heat down here wouldn't do a lot for upstairs. I mean, I get it, heat does rise, but not great, through the floor. um, so yeah, that uh, and actually, other than our bedroom, which, like I said, I had a space heater in that was keeping the bedroom was perfectly comfortable. I mean, it was normal temperature in there. We were fine. So like we weren't gonna freeze to death or anything like that. Thankfully, it's not like those folks in Texas, boy, where like there's no power. Um, that I feel bad for them. That sucks because then what are you gonna do? So we had power, so I had ways to make heat. Um, I cooked some things in the oven, and um, when I was done cooking, I just like left the oven door open, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's great. so yeah, we had ways to make heat. The only thing I was worried about was the possibility that if the house temperature dropped too much, that then like pipes would start to freeze, and that can get really really hairy in a hurry. But yeah, the temperature never dropped that low in the house. I'm a little surprised actually because I don't really think my house is insulated all that well. So I was expecting it to get colder than it did. It was definitely uncomfortably cold, but it was not. It was not dangerously cold. So. Um, Sister's a grade school teacher in Texas, and her school is closed for the rest of the week. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Every single staff person in Bimani is an alias for and. Yeah, I don't think so, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I was looking. I was like, wait, did the did the camera freeze? But I think I was just standing still for a minute. I have the YouTube feed up on my on my monitor, so and it's delayed by the YouTube delay of whatever a minute. And I was just looking at it. And I'm like, I'm not moving. Did the camera break? And I'm looking at. And then I look over at OBS, and I'm still, it's still working. So I was just like, well, I think it's okay. Hey, so before I start cleaning up, there is one thing that I got, like I was messing around with before the stream, that I got almost working, that I can show you, I guess. Let me see if I can get in on there a little bit. But yeah, look at that. It's first style. I've actually never seen this before. Like, well, I mean, I saw it like half an hour ago when I first turned it on. But this is the first time I've ever even seen first style, and I've never played it. But yeah, Termazi's right on. When I said I've got it almost working, the videos are not working. And that's the weird thing. I do have, it's funny, I do have the DVD player. It doesn't work. But I've got an emulator that Genji built, which works fine with second style, but it's not working with, first here. And I'm not quite sure why. I actually think there's something wrong with the copy of the game that I have. That it's not addressing the player correctly. Or maybe at all. So yeah, it doesn't, the game videos that would normally be in the center of the screen and also in the like title sequence, they're just not working. But they did work with second, so I know it can work. First style used a different DVD drive than second? First style used Victor. So actually the player I have, the real player that I have, is a Victor. So what's the... Well, we can futz with it, I guess. I didn't realize they had made a chain. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. So wait, it plugs into a different port on. Um, does it plug into a different port on the Twinkle? Because we're emulating this whole thing anyway. My favorite Prino stream was when he shoved the paperclip into a DVD player. Yeah, well, the Twinkle was a different model too. Wow, I had no idea about that. That's weird. It was different, and they had already changed it for second, because it feels like this feels very much like second, which I have seen. By the way, I did I did at least start one game. I didn't play it, but I like hit start on the game. I'm noticing there's no speed mods at all, which is super awesome. Um, and man, this looks basically the same in second, but the song select, God, that is butt ugly. Yikes. Oh, I guess I'm playing this because I ran out of time. Let me see if it even works. Yeah, it does. It feels synced at least. So I would blame the cruddy sound quality on the fact that I don't have a direct line in right now, and it's just picking up off the mic. But no, it actually sounds like trash. it sounds, it sounds like 5 key, which I wish was a compliment, but it sure isn't. It sounds muddy. There's like no high end to it. It's just kind of blech. Apparently, I failed at the end. Good for me. You know, it's. um, you're definitely right. First style definitely feels more like 5 key. It looks like it. It sounds like it. It feels. It feels like it. Okay, so you're saying that the port was covered. I don't know. We can work on this later. I don't necessarily have to do anything with this. It was just kind of a I was looking for something to do this evening, and I was like, I wonder if I can get First Style to work, and it worked. So I was like, neat. But we'll have to. We can play. Um, we can play with getting the video working later. And Alex, you know, it's funny those lyrics, the trigonometry. I have this thing that I've been talking about recently about like the things that you learn in school that aren't actually useful to most people. And for me, trigonometry is definitely one of them. I remember taking trigonometry. It has been so useless to me in my real life that not only do I not remember how to do trigonometry, I don't even remember what trigonometry is. Like, I don't remember what it's for. I know it's a type of math, but I don't know what you would use it for, much less how to do it. So yeah, that was a waste of a semester apparently, because it's not doing me any good. um, so yeah, just so you know, like, there's no there's no videos. Anything that you saw in the middle there were all overlays to that the game puts. Yeah, exactly. Tempo, you got it. Those are graphics that are normally overlaid on top of the video. They have different. It's a little bit like Pop-In, where like they show different things if you're doing well or you're doing poorly. Um, but yeah. Um, oh, Burkant's going to bed. Good night. Have good sleeps. And thanks again for all the birthday wishes. What versions do I have for 2DX? So, personally, I had second and fourth style, and then I think I'm trying to think what I have of the PC versions, but for the longest time in Twinkle, the only one I had was fourth, which is what came with my machine. And then, like, I have a PC to run the PC versions, and I think I have, I know I have, like, I have Gold, and I think Sirius, and Tricoro, and Spada, and Sinobuzz. Those are the only ones I can remember. I have a smattering of them, basically. But you know what I thought was interesting about this? Let me get my head out of here so that it'll actually like focus on the cabinet. I was noticing, well, first of all, I noticed that through the like title screen and stuff, it doesn't use the halogen lamps up top at all. Second style doesn't either. I can't remember what fourth style does, but what I did see that it was doing is it looks like it just lights all four on each side based on whenever there's a note. At least in this demo, which is a weird, kind of a weird thing to do. Well, I mean, it's not a weird thing to do, but it's not something that I've seen it do in any other version that I can remember. But yeah, the only song it plays is this terrible song, GMD. So good, and by good I mean not good. How long did it take to turn on every single game for that brief tour video? It doesn't take that long usually. I could probably turn all the machines on in 5 minutes or so. Please play Been So Long. You won't regret it. Alright. Man, this no high speed is a real drag. Oh, I know this song. There you go. The animations are weird. Like the first beat of a phrase, like all of the notes kind of do this like pulse thing, which is weird, and then like the little animation when you hit a note is like this kind of transparent-ish blue explosion thing down at the bass line there. It's weird stuff. I don't want to play that, but I will show something funny. Oh, look, you can't get to test mode yet. This game is interesting. I've found Second Style did this too. It's like there are certain places where you can get to test mode, and other places where it just ignores you. And apparently in-game is one of those places where it ignores you. Which is really weird, actually. Usually test mode pretty much owns all. Hey, I brought it back from a fail. Yeah, I was gonna show the Are You Really? Because it's funny. So it's like, reading now, load completed. Oh yeah, and like, it doesn't stop whatever audio is playing when you enter test mode. So like, the menu loop is just gonna play now indefinitely. But yeah, when you exit test mode, it's like, are you really? Yes. Are you really? When did when did 2DX come out? As far as like, how far along in 5 key were they at that point? Because this feels really primitive. Like it it feels, I don't know. I feel like they would have learned something by then already. Anyway, are you really as a T-shirt? That's great. So it's February '99. So they had done like 3 5 key Beat Manias, you say, at that point? Or was around fourth mix? Okay. I don't know. I haven't played that old of 5 key. I think the only 5 keys I've actually played are Core Remix and the final. And this definitely feels even more primitive than the final. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, well, I am going to at least move some things around here. Oh yeah, and Termazi spotted my FP posters. I I have actually met just Jason Tross now. He's a super nice guy, and actually there's a picture of me and Belinda at the Fraser Park sign that's in the movie, because we happened to drive. We were driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco one year, and there is and Fraser Park is along the way, so it's like, hey, we should go check it out. So we did. We drove there, and we saw the sign, and we kind of like drove through the town, um, which is not very big at all, and then left. I mean, that was it. It's just like, well, we saw it. It was fun. It's kind of funny actually, because when I met Jason Trost, I went and I had that picture of me and Belinda printed out and for him to sign, and he signed it, but he signed it to us, but he actually spelled my name wrong, and I was like I wasn't mad, but I was like, actually, he spelled it with he spelled it with a Y instead of an I, and I was like, it's actually Brian with an I, and it was so funny because he actually just like X'd it out and then wrote it correctly, and it was like, shit's tough in the FP. So yeah, it's funny. I think you've shown me the that shirt before, Termazi. Here, I'll pull it up for the chat, I guess. Got to remove all your spaces, right? Add window. There it is. So dumb. It's the best kind of dumb. I love it. Okay, so let me drag this back out of here at least. Ugh. I'm gonna turn this off because I don't want to hear GMD again. I just don't wanna. You know, it was funny though. I was gonna I right before the stream I also turned on DDR, but it didn't boot. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Because my thought was, hey, I could do a DDR stream real quick and dirty, but it booted up, and because the audio link cable is still or it didn't boot up. It crashed. It gave me an error. But because the audio link cable is still going from the 2DX machine to the DDR machine, that's still there from when I did the second style club mix link stream. The GMD was playing on the 2DX cabinet, and it started coming out of the DDR speakers too. And I'm like, oh great, it's just what I need. More GMD. Extra GMD. There's like this is actually a Midway Vegas board sitting on my table right now. It's gotcha. Running Gauntlet Legends. There's some I can't tell if that's a scratch in my filing cabinet or if it's just dirty. Okay, good. Now that I've got it back on the hard floor, I can drag this a little bit easier. Yeah. Ooh. Ish. easy killer. That was actually my desk beeping when I plugged it back in. So this this desk is a convertible standing desk, so if I want to raise it up to standing height rather than sitting at it. Ta-da! My main desk, where my actual computer is where I work, upstairs is also one of these. But yeah, it's nice to have options if I want to sit or if I want to stand. Okay. So that's that. Let me roll this back over there too. There we go. But yeah, you can see that this kind of made the space here a little bit. It's fine to just like be walking through, but I was concerned that they wouldn't be able to, get a furnace through there. I was probably right, so that's why I kind of got it out of the way. Back over here. I love how the image stabilization like takes a little bit to catch up, so it looks like you're like the world is shifting like ooh. What about Pump? You've not seen such bravery. What bravery are we talking about? I don't even know what that's about. Am I taking it to the closet of doom? No, I'm not taking anything in there right now. This is my little this is actually my my like foot pad that I throw down under my desk so that if I want to stand, I can stand on something a little bit gushy instead of the hard floor. Oh, I have not seen such bravery from Gauntlet. Okay, I don't know Gauntlet very well. In fact, Gauntlet Legends I've never even played. I'm working on I'm working with that board for boss battle. So, I got it running, and that's the first time I'd ever even seen the game. But I have not played it. I can go back over here again real quick. So, like, I've got a power supply and a monitor here and stuff like that I can, like, test boards with and be able to just see them work. But I don't have any real good controls set up, so literally the only way I can control the game is I have just this, like, free floating joystick, and there's some micro switches on some of the button lines that I can push. So it's enough to, like, test it. You know, is it working? It's not good enough to actually, like, play it. It's dirty as hell. Yeah, more drunk camera. You never knew you needed a standing desk? It's nice to be able to stand sometimes. Sometimes you just wanna get tired of sitting. Supposedly, it's also good for you. Okie dokie. Wondering if you're gonna make a pump or DDR pad with curtains and tinfoil. Yeah, do it. I've seen something like that. I always like goofy things like that. Oh man, here's all the some of the cables left over from Poppin'. They're coming out from behind Poppin', and the streaming PC was just sitting here on the 2DX stage for those streams. All right. I gotta move some of this stuff somewhere. Where did I put my keys? Ah, here they are. This is the I think. Actually, this is one of 3 doors on the back of Poppin'. This one is the one for the marquee box up top. I had taken it off to deal with that one speaker light that had gone out. Not doing anything with it right now. Then there's a second door for the monitor compartment, and then there's a third door for the system compartment down at the bottom. They just put a bunch of doors on the darn thing. I like it though, because it uses a key to secure it rather than screws. It's handy. I kind of like it. I kind of like it because I have the key. I guess if I didn't have the key, I wouldn't like it very much. also wrong. This is not the door for the top. This is the door for the bottom, for the bottom where the system is. So I guess I'm not going to put that back on for now because there's still cables coming out of it. Let me just put it down on this side. It's a little bit more out of the way for me. Because actually some of this gear I want to move to over between pop-in and pump. Let's get it out of my way. Let me move Mimi and Niami there. I just picked them up off the floor and set them on the machine, that's all. But yeah, let's do some heavy lifting. What's happening here? Yeah, thanks again for all the birthday wishes. You find that if you stand too long in one place, you dig your feet into the ground, and they get really sore. Well, I've been really bad at it lately, but I used to do it where while I was working during the day, you know, I would stand up for an hour or two, and then I'd sit down for an hour or two, and then I'd stand up for an hour or two. But I've been mostly sitting lately. I guess I've been lazy. Ugh. More boards. Just gonna set this down here for a second because there's a big one that I want to get out of the way. Ugh. Crate. Oh no, I bumped it into popping. Doesn't look like I did any damage. That's good. Whew. Just a little baby PC. Whee. This one I guess I can put in the closet. Actually, scratch that. I need to keep this out for a little while because I'm gonna need it for something that I'm doing. Here's the Python 1 that was running Dancing Stage Fusion, and it's got my my adapter boards that I made up for for Freaky Friday back gosh, what was that, 3 months ago? A while ago. And you'll like this, Tremazzi. This is the PS2. I think this is like the what I can't remember what Genji called this, like the COH unit or something like that. This one apparently fell in the ocean. So it's dead. It's kind of rusty and gross. But yeah, there. It's just hanging out. I'm gonna move that toward the back because this is not gonna get used anytime soon. Ugh. Oh wait, what am I looking at here? We got some soon-to-be graduates. Congratulations to you all in advance. Do I have a birthday cake? I didn't have a birthday cake today, but that's okay. This has been a super low-key birthday. Like, I've not really done anything special at all. I'm just glad to have heat. Honestly, I normally have a birthday party, but since thanks to COVID, I'm not doing it. Not doing it this year, but oh well. You know, I have seen a cake that looks like a DDR pad, though. A couple of times, actually. My basement's starting to look like your living room. Yeah, it's a mess down here right now. It's somewhat shameful. And I love these shuttles. I have built a ton of shuttles over the years. That one is actually probably my oldest one. But I'm bummed because I'm wanting to build a new computer right now, but Shuttle does not make none of their systems support the Ryzens. They're all Intel based now, which is disappointing because I have some AMD based shuttles from long ago that ran Athlons and stuff like that, but I guess they don't make any boards that do the Ryzen, so guess I'm gonna do something else. Oh well. Alex, you wish you were me and Cactus. Yeah, he's just chilling out. He's a good boy. His maracas don't make sound though. Too bad. Yes, I saw Alex. I saw that video posted that apparently I'm in. It's so funny because the clip that they used. By the way, nobody asked my permission for that. By the way, I mean I'm not mad about it. Like that's not what I'm saying. It was a surprise to me because it showed up and I'm like, oh haha, I'm in this. Whatever. But yeah, the clip that they used of me, like if you were wanting to see me playing the wrong game or a game with the wrong controller, that is a much more benign example than exists. I've done some way weirder shit than that, but whatever. I hope somebody found it entertaining, and it's a bummer because like if they were gonna do that, they could have used a clip from like the Freaky Friday stream, but they used the one where I was just like testing shit. It's kind of ugly, but whatever. I guess what I'm saying is, if they had asked me, I would have provided a better clip. Not that I'm mad that they used it. You know, I was thinking, well, I was going to try and get these out of the way so that maybe I could play some Pump. Just play it. I guess that's reasonably out of the way. Whoa! Falling down. Here's the time where I start just stacking stuff up. I'm just moving stuff. Moving the mess from one place to another. Not actually cleaning. Ugh. A box of random hard drives. The only one in here that's really kind of exciting is that's a like legit PS2 hard drive out of a Supernova 2. The rest are all just like old ass games. Most of these hard drives are probably dead, actually. Here's my PS2 DDR adapter. I've got Vegas boards coming out of my ears. Boss Battle dropped off a load of these for me to work with. What do we got? What PC games do I have for DDR? Some. I don't even remember. I think I've got like X2 and X3, if I recall. I have whatever the ones that were like 2013, 2014. I think I have the later one, and I've got Ace. That's what I have sitting around anyway. Bust a Move on DDR. Yep. That could have been done. Still have to test that easy mode of. Yeah, I'll get back to it. In fact, since I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Since Ghidorah is on hold right now. You know, I'm also noticing. Hold on. I think I just threw the camera in auto mode for this because I didn't really care that much. But did I? Oops. Whoa. um, yeah. I I didn't change the I didn't change the white balance. It's still set for my normal like lights. Isn't there? Ah, how how use my own camera? There we go. Yeah, that's better. Less yellow anyway. Sorry about that. I was I was thinking that that was part of auto mode too, but I guess it's a separate setting. Whoops. Let's see. If we have time, we should bust out the MK3 for pump. I'm not gonna do that tonight. Sorry, that sounds like a lot of work. But we'll get there eventually. Um, Too bad I couldn't hire a clown to make Mimi and Naomi balloons. But I'm afraid of clowns. I'm not actually, but somebody rotated pump it up pad 45 degrees to play DDR. Yeah, there's some modes. There's a I remember there's some challenge or something like that that's basically like 4 arrow on pump, like actually in the game. So you have to kind of like rotate yourself a little bit. What am I saying? Or what? Oh, you really want to? You really want a 2DX cab? This is Danku. But more than that, I want space to put cabs in the first place. Living in a capital city in Europe sucks. Infuriating. It's not even about budget; it's about physical space. Yeah, I get that. I live in Indiana where land and houses are cheap, so I've got plenty of space. Um, but yeah, even like the big cities in the U.S., a lot of places like you might just have an apartment or a condo, and you wouldn't have very much space to do anything. But that is one of that is one benefit of living here. I don't know that there's a lot of benefits of living here, but cheap housing is a pretty decent thing. In Barcelona. What's Boss Battle? Oh, Boss Battle's a local arcade here. Uh, Getting a house here is borderline impossible with a single salary. Yeah, yeah. It's like that in some of the big cities, um, in the U.S. too. Like, New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Yeah, you're probably not going to get a house like this on a on certainly on a single salary. I mean, unless you've been working a while. Gordon, happy birthday! Thanks, thank you, thank you. Hopefully, hopefully I can actually have a party at some point this year. Yeah, I don't have a wave pass for my DDR. I could probably just steal the one from Poppin if I absolutely needed it. But yeah, no, I run all that stuff offline. Make sure I have some fun tonight. Too, I've been through a lot. Yeah, like I said, this is just kind of a chill out, just something. I thought I'd hang out with you all while I cleaned up a little bit. Actually, speaking of the DDR PC, you'll like my this is sitting on the stage. This is my DDR PC. Literally just parts mounted to a board. But the wood board is the same size as the one that like the 573 is mounted to. Um, so it'll just slide right in to the to my cabinet where it hides, and then you don't know that it looks like complete ass. It's actually not that bad. Like, this is it's clean at least. Like, and it's all together. I don't have it's not falling apart, but there's no case. It's just hanging out. Um, yeah, this is a very not high powered system. This is actually an old AMD like APU board on here, but I like it because everything is passively cooled. So like there's just a big heat sink on the CPU. The GPU is old enough that it doesn't have a fan either. Yeah, it's handy, and that it just fits in the cabinet without much fuss. This I am going to actually put away in the closet for now. No, I'm not actually afraid of clowns. I just once we started talking about clowns, I just like said it because that's like a thing that almost a meme, I guess. Um, didn't want to sound like a downer. When you move, you can try to go to a town where houses are a thing and affordable, and then make your rhythm game basement TM. Excellent. Definitely make sure to TM. Definitely make sure to trademark it for real. Stan Easy to DJ. It's better than TDX. Ha ha ha. I still want to play Easy to Dancer. I've never gotten to. so bootleg in a good way. Hey, it gets the job done. That was the thing, and it's lasted like 10 years. I think I've had that stupid thing. Have I ever run Stepmania on my cab? No, I don't think so. Um, have I? No, no, I don't think I have actually. I have barely I have barely dealt with Stepmania. Like the most I've used Stepmania, I think, was to choreograph some freestyle routines back in the day. Ugh. Random keyboards, so much shit. A legit ball mouse with the PS2 for PS2 port. Sometimes you need old stuff. All right, we're getting there. You might obtain an easy to dancer. Well, that sounds that sounds cool. I I don't want one. I just want to try it. That's all. Cuz yeah, I definitely I don't have the space for it, and I don't I can't think of anything that I would give up for it. You have a lot of space waiting to be filled upstairs, except that it's upstairs. Budget and lack of imagination. You'll get there eventually. You're pretty young, as I recall, so you'll give it some time. Um, and yeah, I get like some arcades I think are fine upstairs. DDR does not feel like one of them. I feel like a 900-pound machine that you jump on is not something that I want on my like residential floors. It just sounds like, at best, I think you're gonna start having creaky floors. At worst, I mean, I'm not saying that the machine's gonna fall through the floor. I don't think, but yeah, I feel like that's not probably what they were. I don't think that's what a floor in a house is designed for, at least. um, but which is why I got a basement, so that I'm down here on the concrete. Can't break you that. Oh yeah, I got my poppin' marquee. I guess I can put this back on the machine real quick. Screwdrivers. I had one out a moment ago. Where did it go? Where did it go in my trash pile? Ah, here it is. It's on DDR. This is the least exciting stream ever. Watching me clean up my house. And by clean, I just mean move the mess from one place to another. But thanks for hanging out with me anyway. Alrighty. I should attempt to get a Chuny. I would love to get a Chunethum, but that one's not so much space. That one's more money. They're still pretty expensive, so not gonna do that too soon. I don't think. Jose, is it possible to do a room tour? Not. It wouldn't be easy. The camera, in addition to being on a tripod, is also wired, and the cable is not that long. I mean, I can turn it around real quick, but like everything's kind of garbage down here right now. Like here's a random ladder just sitting here, but yeah, there's like Technica, and Groove Coaster, and UB. That's where Dance Maniacs normally lives. Got Daytona and what is that? Crazy Taxi over there. There's a little um, whatchamacall, a candy cabinet that doesn't work right now because the monitor's dead. Irritating maze. We got Dragons Iron Space Ace over there, and you can see Gitadora. Behind the bar, where can't you can't see behind the bar there, but there's Flash Beats over there and a couple of cocktail cabinets, like Pac-Man cocktail cabinets. The bar lights up. For what it's worth, there's actual neon in here, blue. When I was building the bar, a friend of mine helped me out with it, and I was like, "Can we put some lights in the front of it? Can I put some neon in the front of it?" And he's like, "Sure, do whatever you want to do." I'm like, "Sweet." So I did. But then back over here, we got Pop In and Pump, and Sound Voltex is actually over there. Kind of see the side of it. So yeah, there's your tour, I guess. If I know I've said it a bunch of times, there's a video tour in my videos already with all the games actually on. If you want to take a look at that, I don't know if you already have. You would have Guitar Freaks at your house, but it's an upstairs house of a duplex. I mean, Guitar Freaks I think would be fine upstairs. I mean, it's a little heavy, but it's not like heavier than a lot of furniture would be. The reason why I kind of worry about DDR is so I guess really the stage part of it is only like 450 pounds ish, but it's like, you know, this platform this relatively heavy platform that potentially relatively heavy people can be, you know, two of them can be jumping on. To me, that seems like a lot of stress for a floor, for a non-commercial floor. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a mechanical engineer or an architect or a home builder or anything like that, so maybe houses are just fine for something like that. It makes me nervous, though. So, whatever. Termazi, you play DDR upstairs on a machine, on a cabinet, or just like play DDR on, like, even a hard pad. I think would probably be okay. I just feel like the whole cabinet seems like it'd be a little much. Play Dynamite Rave, Air Special, whole machine falls to the floor. Yeah, to me that's like, that would be the worst case scenario, obviously. I don't think that would happen necessarily. I mean, maybe some houses are built like garbage and that would, but yeah, I'm not so much worried that it would actually fall all the way through the floor, but I feel like it could definitely do some damage. Like, creaky floors for sure, and I know even just playing, you know, like Wii and Kinect games, and you know, you get moving around on the floor in the living room, that like it starts to shake some of the furniture. So I feel like, you know, things would start to fall off of your shelves or whatever, at the minimum. Um, oh wow, you guys have chatted a lot. I've missed a bunch. I'm way behind, way behind, way behind. Playing on soft pads. it's so funny to me. I've had soft pads. I still have some soft pads, but like my very first DDR arcade experience, my very first DDR experience was in the arcade. So that was what DDR was to me. So when I tried to get it at home and it was like, here's a soft pad, and I'm like, this doesn't seem that great. So I I was looking to get a cabinet pretty early on. You have three metal pads upstairs, and when you play, you swear to God, you hear the floor crack. Yeah, like I said, it just seems it seems like a lot. Can't believe the newer versions of Poppin'. Not Fantasia. Fantasia actually was the last unique marquee. After Fantasia, everything has been just uses that marquee that I have on the machine now, and then they just change all of the pops for whatever version. Yeah, Chenetham's expensive. Sunny Park had its own marquee? I thought Sunny Park was the one. So was Sunny Park the last one that had its own? I thought it was already. Um, I thought Fantasia was the last unique one. And yeah, there's Technica 3 there. I guess you saw that when I turned it. I actually streamed Technica for New Year's. So if you want to see it, you can go back and watch that. Yeah, Juke Beat. Apparently, when they tested it in the U.S., it was U, the letter U hyphen beat. Yeah, I don't I I I definitely know a lot of people who call it Juke Beat, which is kind of terrible. Um, I don't really know what the rationale was anyway, because like where what's a silent J? Who has a silent J? Is that a thing? I don't know of that being a thing, really. Would you be even be a moderate success here? They have one over at Boss Battle and people play it. So I I think so. I don't know why I don't know what the test of it, how well it did. Um, but it would require a lot of localization, and I think that may be why they don't bother. I was bummed. What was the like slot machine version that they were gonna do? Beat Square, I think, or something like that. I guess it never actually happened, which is a bummer because I normally go to Vegas every year, and I definitely like when I first heard about it, I'm like, I gotta see if they have it, and then I've never seen it, so I don't think it ever actually got released. What a bummer. Ah. Oh, you're talking about the COVID restrictions in the Philippines. Yeah, I could go out if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Like the infection rates are really high right now, so I just try and stay at home. UB can't legally be here because of licensing. Licensing of what though? It would have no. It could. I mean, they could. They could just throw all the originals in it and be fine. Like music licensing is something that can be fixed. Um, you you can. It is work for sure. It is expense for sure. But I mean, if they really wanted to do it, they could do it. Can I beat Max 300, the absolute undisputed hardest DDR song of all time? The answer to that question, yes, I realize that's a joke. The answer to the question is I have beaten Max 300. Can I do it now? Almost assuredly not. Um, I am not in good enough. I am not in good enough shape to be able to do it. I will totally run out of gas on that. Um, I could probably build myself back up to do it. Although even when I did it, I think I passed it with a C. So I was never great with it. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the localization. Like, and you're right. Poppin is the same way. Both UB and Poppin are extremely hard to navigate for non-Japanese speakers or readers, I guess, because it's yeah. I mean, I don't. I know how to do things only because I've been shown how to do them. But yeah, I can't read anything. It's a rough go. Make it a goal to beat Max 300 with an A before I can't ever again. Wow, I'm not that old. I mean, I am, but I'm not. All right, let me keep picking stuff up here. What is this? This is. Can go there. This is mostly trash. This is one of my spared um, 573s. I think this one was what, if I'm remembering correctly, this was probably what um, Dance Maniacs was running on when I did the. Wait, this is probably what DDR was running on in the Dance Maniacs machine when I did the Freaky Friday stream. We'll put this one away. a level. Random tools. PlayStation 2. So just go over here for now, I think. This is actually the bin I keep all the cables that I use for doing streaming in. So let's pack that up, I guess, or whatever I'm not using right now, right? Where is the lid to this one? Oh, it's right there. Right next to it, where it was sitting. Some trash, like actual trash. Throw it away trash. Hey, here's the bag of my PlayStation 2 controller extension cables. There's a video of that on my YouTube also, on my channel. Where, what did I connect, like, was it 8 of them together or 9 of them together? I can't even remember what it was before it stopped working. Hey, we're almost there. Boxes of PlayStation games and stuff. Some Wii games, I think, from when I showed that on the stream for some reason that I don't remember now. We should definitely get to this at some point. Good. I just stepped on the cable, so that's what the video screwed up for a second. But yeah, there's Beatmania Da Da Da. Should definitely try that at some point. All right, that's all right. We can I can access DDR a little bit now. So I think what was going on, I guess I'll just do this on the floor. I would normally take this to my workbench, but as you saw earlier, it has a bunch of shit on it. Um, oh, what are we talking about here? Did I ever trip in after DDR, fall on the floor after a long session? Yes. Yes, for sure. There's I have some. Actually, my very first here, I'll bring it back up so I can tell. Let me tell a dumb story. Got I got it. I got two dumb stories. One of which I pretty sure I've told on stream before, but the other one I don't know. But actually, my very first game of DDR ever, I can remember. I played Have You Never Been Mellow, Boom Boom Dollar, and Butterfly was my set. And because it was, level 1, level 2, level 3. And I remember after playing the game, like, as I was stepping down off the stage, my knees kind of buckled, and I didn't fall, but I like kind of had to catch myself, because it was like the most strenuous physical activity I'd done in a while at the time, and yeah, my body was not ready. And then there was another time that I was playing at an arcade, and I had been playing for hours, and I hadn't been drinking enough, but and basically all the muscles in my legs, both legs, just cramped all at once. So like right in the middle of a song, I basically just like crashed out onto the stage, and my legs were just like boop, just like splayed straight out because I couldn't like do anything with them because the muscles all just went, you know. And I was just like, ah! So I kind of like rolled myself off the stage to get out of the way, and I had to just like sit it out for a little while. Yeah, that was There's probably other times that I've done dumb things, but those are the stories that come to mind. Let's see. Didn't mean you being that old. You meant more so due to stamina declining over time naturally. Well, yes, because I'm that old. um, let's see. I'm kind of skipping ahead. A lot of this is you talking amongst yourselves, which is fine. You identify that the Drum Mania first at your local arcade is actually Percussion Freaks. So they're not necessarily Korean imports. My recollection way back then is that all of the non-Japanese region games were Percussion Freaks. So it's not necessarily Korean. It could just be it could be Asian region or something else. But it might be Korean, but it's not necessarily. Let me move this cable aside before I trip on it again and make the camera wig out. Ugh. Anyway, this did not boot for me earlier, so I have a feeling it actually has a little some people probably, I'm gonna guess Termazi and Gordon probably know about this. It has that that drive replacement board in it. The IDE simulator, and I have a feeling it just kind of hangs out in here. Well, it was mounted with some gaff tape, but I think it's fallen out, so I bet it's just loose. Well, it's still connected. Oh, good. Glad I don't have a drive in here. Oh, this tape finally gave up the ghost. I should probably find a better way to do this. But it's probably not going to happen tonight. And by probably, I mean it's not going to happen tonight. Where did I stick the USB stick that was in this? I set it down somewhere. Oh wait, is it in? Well, dang it. Those times when you clean up and you don't know where you put something. I literally just had it. Ooh, I just realized I'm talking right next to the microphone. Hello. How you doing? I'm also trying to be aware so I don't just step right on my 573, because that would be a bad time. I would be very sad. Yeah, those boards are expensive. So the thing about the CD drives is, yeah, they're not super expensive, but they're getting much harder to find. Because they're all 20 plus years old now, and mostly dead. Plus, I just wanted to play with it. It is kind of cool. I like it. The IDE board, I mean. What? Dang it. I wish I knew what I had, where I put it, but I don't right now. Ugh. Let me just. I could probably make this a little bit better, can't I? Gaffer's tape is great, but it doesn't hold forever. Which I didn't want this to hold forever. But it's been in here for a while now, so it let go, apparently. How many times am I going to drop that? Oh yeah, that's the other thing about the CD drives or DVD drives that work in here too. Again, like you said, they're not that expensive, but I've been through a lot of them over the years. So my hope was, well, I could get this board, and then in theory, I won't ever need a new one. Because the CD drives, it's definitely not will it fail, it's when will it fail. Is it in my pocket? No. Good guess, though. Good idea. I might have taken it upstairs with me by mistake. Oh, you know what? It is in my pocket. It's in my back pocket. That's interesting. That was unexpected. So, yeah. Good call. Thanks. And now I set my screwdriver down again. I'm just gonna... This is gonna be the Brian Loses Things stream. Found it. what happens if I put this back. Hey, can I get this to work? Ugh. Hey, there we are. Hey, it works so much better on this side of the basement for some reason that I don't understand. I guess the Wi-Fi is trash on the other side of the basement, maybe? Oh no, there it goes. It's starting to glitch out a little bit. But I figured, for funsies, I can show you how this goes in. Well, maybe I can, if I had a third hand. Hold on, let me grab that tripod jabby from that I was using at on Gatedora the other day. So let me see if I can put this in a place where you can see what's going on. Ow. All right, let's see what that looks like. Not the worst. I couldn't actually see it when I set it up. I just kind of blindly pointed it vaguely in the right direction. Looks like it can tip down just a little bit. Whoops, wrong way. All right. We'll make this a tech stream. Not that there's anything really exciting to see here. But so this is what I was saying, that there's this board that it's mounted to, so that it just slides right in here. So that PC is on the same style board You probably can't see anything from that angle, can you? Yeah. Let me give this a little bit more of a shove. Okay, so we got the 573 in here. So the main JAMA connector. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. There's not a lot of space back here, so it's a little bit awkward. Sorry. But yeah, we got the main JAMA connector. And actually, how about some light? Some light would be good. Work light. Thank you. There we go. Let's see where I can stick that. Now you can see what I'm doing better. But anyway, you got the JAMA connector goes there. This guy, which is a USB connector but is not actually USB, goes over here. That's actually for the card slots, the memory card slots. Boop. And then you've got your cabinet connectors, which are also conveniently color-coded. So your player 1 goes into the white, and your player 2 goes into the orange. And this one's for the other, like, cabinet lights. And for the subwoofer neons. So I'll plug in right there. Then grab my audio connection, which is literally just a couple of RCA plugs. And they just go right there. And there you have it. That's your 573 hookup. Whoop-de-doo. Exciting. Okie dokie. Yeah, the fact that they use a USB connector for that is like the old the old Dell God, what model of Dells were those? The old, like, beige box Dells, where it used the ATX power connector, but all the pinout was completely different. So it would physically fit on another motherboard, but you're gonna blow it up. So, like, the fact that they use a USB connector, which of course is so freaking ubiquitous on everything, is infuriating, because it's not USB, and yeah, if you try and use it as such, bad things will happen. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see if this even works. CDR bad. Hmm. I should probably be testing this on my workbench, because then I don't have to like take it out of the machine every time. I should have looked while it was on. That USB stick has a light on it. Let's see if that light even lights up, because that'll tell me for sure, like what's going on, or that it's not working. Oh, the light lights up. Hmm. It's definitely hating life right now. And yes, I did check to make sure there was something on the USB stick earlier. That's why it was in my pocket, apparently. You are using an incorrect CD-ROM. Okay, so it's not reading it right. Like, whatever's installed on here, which I don't actually remember what is on here. It does not match. Hey Peaches. Peaches Pies, thanks for the happy birthday. Suddenly Rickroll, that'd be funny. Hey Donnie, how you doing? And yeah, CD-ROM, but not really CD-ROM. So yes, I did flip switch 4. So it's reading bad with switch 4 off. And then it's giving me this error with switch 4 on. So basically it's just not reading from the drive, I think. Missing you and your amazing birthday party. Well, I am missing you also. You are not missing my birthday party right now because there isn't one. Clearly. But I'm hoping that I can maybe do like a half birthday party in 6 months. Cross fingers that like stuff will be better by then. No guarantees, obviously, but that's the hope. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it right now. It could be a bad IDE cable, but I doubt it. I think something's probably goofy on that board. And it's been a long enough since I've messed with it that I don't really remember. Let me try something. laptop here. Okay, the correct ISO is on there. I don't actually remember what's installed. It could still be Dance Maniacs. Could be what's actually on there. So let me try and throw that image on the USB. Roll click. Roll. Do I have it handy? Nope. I may not have it on here. Yeah, I don't think I have that handy. I would have to go run and grab another disc from upstairs that has it on it. And that sounds hard. Oh, this is a W this is a W530 from like 2013, I think. I've had this thing a long time, and yes, it does have the giant 9-cell battery on it that you can like grab it by. This thing's been a workhorse, and it's been fantastic. I have loved this thing. And it survived a couple years back. It survived being dropped onto the concrete at the airport. I was trying to take it out of my bag so I could send it through on the security belt, and I just dropped it from like I would say, like chest height. It just right onto the right onto the concrete, and it like busted it busted some of the plastic on the corner that it landed on, but I just bought myself a new shell and put it on there because it never stopped working. It was totally fine. So yeah, these things are tanks. I love them. You had one, but then it fell down the stairs and landed on your bag, and this laptop. It cracked the case and broke the screen and crushed your soul. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it's you're right on. It's pretty similar to the T series. T series. But yeah, when I bought this, I tried to deck it out. Like I was like, I want a good laptop and I want it to last a long time. And yeah, it's been a good laptop and it's lasted me a long time. Oh. Not sure what I want to do at this point. I'm starting to get a little hungry again, actually, so I may. Oh, and I guess I'm coming up on the 3 hour mark anyway, so it's about the time that I would be quitting, even under normal circumstances. I am going to clear off my bench here for a second. Try to, at least. Oh, tools, tools, tools. So many tools. I'm gonna set this down here for now. That's more out of the way. Less likely to wreck it. And I'm gonna pull this out of here. Yeah, I know. Like when ThinkPad was IBM, they were amazing, um, and then the first few years of the of them being Lenovo branded, they were still fine. Um, the new ones, I don't know. There's still some that are okay, I think, but they're they're definitely not what they used to be. I was gonna try and pull this over to my workbench, but I'm actually, well, I guess we'll just we'll go nuts. I normally have the camera plugged into power, but the power cord is not very long. Um, the HDMI cable is plenty long, so I can bring it around here, and there we go. Hey, let's do standing. All right. My screwdriver that I keep putting down and forgetting where. Ugh. My work light is super bright. Can you tell? It's good for my old eyes. All right, so I have a JAMA harness here. Let's try this out. I saw it come up for a second. This is somehow worse. That's awesome. Oh, I guess I don't have the USB stick in it at all. getting power. What's the deal here? There we go. At least I'm getting something. See, there's a nice OS discussion going on. Good stuff. Hmm. Well, this is sad and kind of boring. I will, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the disc that I was looking for after all. I gotta grab my this external drive that has all of my secrets on it. Not really. It has a lot of stuff on it. I don't think any of it's secret. I use Windows, and yeah, it's getting better. I certainly I I'm getting to the point now where I'm much more of just a user than a tinkerer. So I just need it to work, and it has been um, it's been a lot nicer in that regard of late to just get out of my way and do what I want. I'm just gonna rewrite the ID or the IDE the USB stick and hope that that helps. Damn, USB 2.0 is slow. This laptop has USB 3, but this uh, USB stick is old and 2.0, and yeah, I always forget until I have to copy something, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right, it's slow as f. Can can we talk about the USB speed names? Is that USB is that USB full speed, or is that USB high speed, which is apparently faster?
super speed. What do they call it? What is the latest one at this point? It's like Super Speed Plus or something? Some dumbass thing, I don't know. $75%. This is exciting. And by exciting, I mean boring as hell. I moved the camera, but the monitor is still way over there, so like I can't read anything that's going on unless I walk over here. Alright, I am done copying. Let's try it. Did that help at all? I bet it didn't. Well, I'll be. I guess it did. Somehow, what was on the disc, or what was on the USB stick, was bad? That's very interesting. Forgot to put the flash card back in. Because I'm smart. Let's install a game. Uh-oh. Don't hope we're not coming to blows over OSs. Termazi and I were talking about Amiga OS earlier. And how delightfully not good it is. And yes. Oh, Termazi, you got it. You know exactly what's going on with the I've got a video converter board over here that converts the standard res signal coming off of the 573 into VGA that a normal ass monitor can display. This is like watching paint dry or grass grow. Nothing like what do you call progress bars to get excited about. Halfway. Onboard flash is done. Now it's writing the flash card. .573 is slow ass. Hey, to be fair, the 573 is also what, 25 plus years old at this point? Got my my bright blue mag light. I forget how many D cells are in here. Three or four. This thing weighs a lot. You could definitely like beat someone to death with it. 1, 2, 3. That's a 3 cell. Okay. Oh, we're talking about the secret of 573. The worst kept secret. I have another. I had a black one of these, and I don't know where it is. It got lost at some point. It's probably in a game. It is very possibly like in a game somewhere in a cabinet, and I just never have found it, and so I decided I would get a new one finally. And as I recall, I think the blue one was slightly cheaper than the black one, maybe? Or maybe I just thought the blue was cool. It is cool. I like this color. But that's a dumb story. Alright, look at that. Booyah. Have I ever participated in a Bimani tournament, official or not? Back in the day, yeah, a lot actually. We used to have tournaments all the time back in the like early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. This is not behaving how I would expect. Yeah, it crashed. Well, that's not fun. Something's a little wonky here. You lost your phone in an ITG cab for 2 days? Nice. Hey! Yeah, that was a weird crash. I don't know what happened there. Look at that, though. Alright, well, I guess let's throw this back in the cabinet. Maybe I'll actually play one game before I, sign off for the night. Ugh. Yay! Something actually got fixed on stream. How about that? I think something's still a little messed up in here. Like, that crash doesn't make me feel great. And it was displaying some weird things right before the crash, so I don't know what that's all about, but actually it could be, now that I think about it, the power supply I have on my workbench here is not the greatest, so it may have been a power glitch. Oh, while I had it up and running, I should have tried to play it with the joystick for fun. But I didn't. It's too late. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it did some strange things before the crash that were not normal, and plus the now loading number didn't start at 0. It started at like 140 something, I think. So yeah, something's wonky. I'll probably need to reinstall it again. Like I said, it's probably the it's probably getting bad power from that power supply on my workbench, which means that the original write probably is not reliable either. But what the hell, let's try it anyway. Maybe we'll get an exciting crash. Oh, I just realized I didn't even move the camera back. That was my bad. But yeah, you can, I don't know if you can even see it, but it's counting numbers higher than it ought to be on that screen. Oh, does it start at a weird number on Super Disc? That's interesting. I didn't notice before. Let me... Okay, so now I will actually change my camera so that
This is Konami's famous B Money series.
screen roll hopefully won't roll. What am I missing here? Oh, I'm like, why doesn't this look right? And it's because I normally throw more light on it. But that's not bad, I guess. Well, let's see. What is this? If I'm standing here, I totally block it, right? So I should play on two-player side. Okay. Yes, it is. It's version Korea 2. Like if you're gonna play third mix, you gotta play this one. That's how I feel about it. Play caution, please. Okay, I can. All right. Let me just check something out here real quick.
Dance Dance Revolution, third mix.
All right, I guess let's do it.
This is Konami's famous B Money series.
I actually have a dumb story about Hogism. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Alright, let's do this. Did you know
Come here and play.
this actually works on on Third Korea? And let me turn my monitor down. This is bright AF. Holy balls. Oh, I know. Yeah.
This is Konami's famous B Money series.
Oops, wrong button. Since
Come here and play.
well, I don't even remember what I was doing last. But anyway. The 573 has like arcade level video signals, which are super hot. So whatever I was playing last must have been something other than the 573, because the monitor was just way over bright.
Dance Dance Revolution, third
Oh yeah.
There are no easy choices in this mode. Select your character. Select a game mode. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's the memory card. God, I have not played DDR since the Freaky Friday stream, so this has been a while. So you want me to play this?
Are you ready? Show me your hottest move. Wow, you are too cool. What technique? Are you an ace? Wow, you are too cool.
Could use a little more volume too. Oh, that's right.
Select a song.
Oh, there we go. And you said August. All right, we could do this one too. So my dumb story about this has to do with the background. We used to sing along with it because there's ducks, frogs, and a girl with a gun in the background.
Wow, you are
So we'd be ducks, ducks, frogs, frogs. And then I can't do it while I'm playing, I guess, so.
you're a dead animal. You got lucky.
Man, what a way to come back after not playing DDR for like 3 months.
Select a song.
Oh, why not?
Everybody's waiting for you. Are you ready?
Oh, that Korean scoring.
Beautiful! That was cool. You've just become a hero.
Please remove memory card.
Thank you for playing.
As I just throw it on the floor, that's smart. Alright. Just gonna turn that down. Alright, well, hey, at least you got something to work tonight. I played, what, 2 songs of 2DX First Style, and 1 game of DDR Third Mix version Korea 2. So, and I got things cleaned up, ish. I mean, there's still a great big pile of garbage. It's not garbage, but a great big pile of stuff sitting in front of Poppin'. But I'm probably not gonna play Poppin' anytime real soon, since those were all my streams for the last, month or whatever. So it's okay if that gets buried for a little while. Plus, hopefully, I'll be able to, work on some of these boards and get them out of here. So yeah, that'd be great. So,
Come here and play.
oh wow, you guys were chatting a lot while I was playing, which makes sense because that was, a few minutes. Three and a half hours before I play something. No, it wasn't that long. I did play, like I said, I played a couple songs of 2DX earlier on. But this stream was never meant to be anything, really. It was just kind of turn the camera on, let's do... You'll notice that it's like way less produced than my normal streams, by a lot. So, it was really mostly just, hey, it's my birthday. Maybe I'll hang out with my YouTube friends. So, thanks. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm not gonna play any more of this tonight. I would like to save this for a real stream. And
who knows? Maybe now that I'm back over here on the DDR side, maybe I'll play around with this for a little bit before I get back to Ghidorah. We'll see. But maybe Friday Night Funkin'? Maybe? I'll look into it. Could be fun. It's been, it's actually been a while. It's been a long time. Cause like, for the longest time, I was doing all of the like wrong game things and the console stuff and all of that, and like goofy things that were not, like not what you're supposed to do, so to speak. And but then like the last 2 or 3 months has all been like legit just playing the games. It was like Technica and Groove Coaster and then poppin' music. So I know it looks like I'm pointing at 2DX, but it's actually poppin' music over there off RAM. But yeah, because all those were just like, well, playing the games for the most part. So it'd be fun to do a stream where I'm playing something that's not really meant to be in the cabinet or something. But yeah, this particular mix, third mix Korea 2, has there's a lot of nostalgia for me in this one, because when I first started playing DDR, like I said, the first game that I played was on 1.5 mix, and then I didn't play for a while. I came back. It was DDR USA, and we played DDR USA for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months. And then the GameWorks where I was playing at, they got a second machine, and it was Third Korea 2, and we played the hell out of that machine for like the next year. So I got a lot of love for Third Korea 2, for sure.
Come here and play.
And yeah, you're talking about all of the jacks, jumps, and crazy streams and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, like the Korean charts are wildly different from the regular DDR charts. They do some crazy stuff that definitely wasn't being done in DDR at the time, and to some extent still isn't. I guess I can't really speak to the real recent stuff since I haven't played much of it, but the Korean charts are definitely, like, you can tell they're Korean. And yeah, there's tons of jumps and jacks. And then what was I going to say? Oh, and the grading is really hard on here too. Like, you miss just a few steps and your bar is just like, real fast. You probably saw that I hit danger in Starion, and I hadn't really missed that much.
This is Konami's famous B-Money series.
Okay. Am I still gonna put my marquees in plexis with lights along the beam? Yeah, eventually. Yeah, the plan is yes. Will I ever get around to it? I don't know. I mean, I've spent most of the last year at home. I definitely could have done it, and I don't know. I've chosen to do other things. So hopefully, at some point, that will rise to the top and get done. But
This is Konami's famous B-Money series.
Pichu's Pies is out. Good night. Yeah, I am definitely ready to wrap this up for tonight, though. You said this is the same mix at Laser Flash and Fisher's. Laser Flash.
Come here and play.
Wait. Laser Flash, I think, was Caramel. There's so many like laser this and something else, and yeah, because laser light was Bloomington. Laser Flash, I think, is Caramel. What was the one in Fisher's? Fisher's was Ben and Aries. So, but yeah, I think this is what was at Laser Flash. Now that I think about now that you mention it. All right. Yeah. Thanks for the offer on help. I can. It's not that I need help. It's that I just need to sit down and do it. It's really all it comes down to. I could totally do it. I just haven't. So. I think I'm gonna have some extra time coming up soon though, so maybe I will finally get around to it. But okay, yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with me on my birthday, even though I wasn't doing very much that was that interesting. But we got to chat, tell some stories. I played at least 5 songs, I think. You got to see some really old 2DX and some pretty old DDR. So that's not too bad, I guess. You got to keep me company while I cleaned up a big mess. It's less of a mess now, at least. It's still a pile, but at least it's not like strewn all over the place, and I can actually like move around in here. So that's a plus. But all right. So, all right, yeah. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks again for coming, and I will see you in the next stream. Hopefully Friday. That's my plan anyway. So, till then, take care. Bye bye. Keys. Oh, it's open anyway. Duh.